So, Donbrothers episode 41, Santa Struggling. This is the Christmas-themed episode of Donbrothers, airing a week before Christmas, and I wondered, why would they air the Christmas-themed episode a week before Christmas? Because the next episode of Donbrothers is airing on Christmas. But when you watch the episode, and a lot of people on Twitter pointed this out, this episode is just airing all the freaking promotion merchandise in this episode of all the toys. And I gotta say, that is just smart marketing synergy, because we see the altars return, we see a gear change, we see the robos, we see a lot of things in this episode that is gonna sell Donbrothers merch. And I gotta say, if this was planned, this is really smart marketing to have all that stuff show up in the episode that is Christmas themed, that is going to air the week before Christmas. I gotta say, that's some smart big brain thinking right there. But it was really cool to see the altars in this episode, because some of the altars have had their toys released, but we haven't seen them in the show. In this episode, we saw the Lupin Ranger and the Pato Ranger altar, and those toys have been out for like ages, and this is our first time seeing them in the show. So that's really interesting. I believe we haven't seen the other altars, the Go Buster one or the Go Kaiju one yet. I could be wrong. I forget about the altars showing up in Donbrothers. I forget they even exist half the time because they barely use them. But we did get a gear change in this episode. We got to see Inuzuka turning into Kako Ranger Black, Ninja Black Jiraiya, which was pretty freaking cool. I love the Kako Ranger suits. I think they're amazing. And seeing them show up in this episode is pretty freaking awesome. And of course, we saw the Don Murasame mech, the terrible CGI mech, but we also got to see the mech sort of split up and the suit mechs wailing on the CGI mechs, and that was really freaking cool to see. I enjoyed that as well. But this episode did have kind of a plot to it. But before I talk about this week's episode, I just want to bring up something quickly about last week's episode, and that is what Tsunade said to Inuzuka at the end of the episode with Murasame's sword, and everyone's like, Ash, you stupid, you a big dummy, can't you tell she's lying? And I was like, no, I couldn't tell. I was like invested in the plot of the episode and that twist. I thought it was cool, but it might not be a twist. It might be Tsunade deceiving Inuzuka and bad things will happen. But yeah, it kind of does confirm that it is kind of a lie, because in the recap she does say one truth and one lie. I wonder what the lie is. You never know. But yeah, on with the actual episode. So I enjoyed this episode because the eye catcher was the Noto getting ready to dress as Santas, and you find out that they just deliver gifts to boys and girls in the episode, because it's sort of a tradition they do where they don't fight with the Don clan, and they just send positive vibes to kids that are all around the world or in Japan. And that was really wholesome. I enjoyed that. But the fight that Sonoi and Momotaro have in the episode, or at the start of the episode, was really freaking cool. And then you find out they're evenly matched, and with no doubt about it, they're going to throw down again. But seeing how they're now evenly matched, and I don't know if they were going all out at the start of that episode in that fight, but no doubt about it, when they go all out in the finale, in the final arc, someone is biting the dust, no doubt about it. So, this episode had kind of a premise where there was this old man who was Santa, and he sort of turned into a monster of the week, and he got controlled by the whole, the desire that the monster of the weeks have, and his backstory was really wacky and really crazy, where he used to give simple gifts made out of wood and stuff like that to like ball in a cup to like kids as he was Santa, and then they wanted more complicated things like video games and a brother. And then he just showed up at one kid's house saying, I'm your older brother now, and he got arrested. And then he's a monster of the week, and he's a shitty Santa where he leaves like tins of food and smelly sneakers to people and stuff like that. But Momotaro believes he's real, because Momotaro was visited by him as a kid, and apparently like he gave all these toys to him because he ran out of toys to give the kids. And I do like how freaking Haruka said, maybe you were robbed by someone dressed as Santa, and Momotaro's like, no, that was really him, which was really wholesome for Momotaro to like to believe in something like that, because he's the guy that can't lie. And I thought, oh no, he's gonna like break some kid's heart, because like Momotaro is sometimes smart, but no, he had like simple dreams that he believed that he saw Santa as a kid, and then he sort of does something nice to the Santa guy at the end, where he says like, I remember that day and I've been saving up money so I can give you gifts so you don't have to run out. So he does something nice for the dude in the end. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say about Donbrothers episode 41. I don't know what else I can say about it, because there's not much crazy revolution plot stuff going on in the episode, apart from like the Noto backstory we learned where they do that no week of fighting and they dress up as Santa. That's kind of like a plot revelation, but it's not a big bombshell in this episode, and I feel like the next couple of episodes leading in the 2023 are going to be sort of laid back, wacky and silly, or either one of those. So I feel like these episodes that we're going to get in the next couple of weeks are probably going to have mixed receptions from fans, but once 2023 rolls around, we're definitely going to kick it into high gear and move towards the final arc, as there's like probably only like 9 episodes of Donbrothers to go. So things are wrapping up very soon, and I can't wait to see how this season is going to end. So anyway guys, what did you think of Donbrothers episode 41? Love it? Hate it? Tell me in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. And with that said, that's pretty much going to bring this video to a close. So if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you guys later. Peace out, take care, bye.